My name is Cabbie Richards. I'm the executive producer of betting content and strategy at Sportsnet. The celebration of Black culture in any month is necessary. Even though Black people are a small percentage of the population, we're not a small percentage of the culture. In the United States, Black people account for 13% of the population, but I don't know, like 79% of the culture. When we celebrate Black culture in the US or celebrate Black culture here in Canada, it's amazing to me personally, and we should celebrate it all the time. This person isn't a mentor in like a Mr. Miyagi Karate Kid sense or like a Yoda, Luke Skywalker mentor sense. It's more of like, I watched this person and then I wanted to emulate this person's success or talent. So for me, it was like, Will Smith was my guy. I stole so much of Will Smith's humor, energy, mannerisms, mostly trying to get the attention of girls. And I'm batting like under 100. But let me show some love to a Canadian talent that was on Canadian television, which subconsciously informed me that I could also be on television in Canada. And that's Hal Johnson. Hal Johnson had a segment called Body Break. Hal Johnson and Joanna McLeod, I believe, they're a couple. And they used to have these interstitials on TSN just promoting health and fitness. But it was an interracial couple, and these interstitials were on TV in like the 80s or the 90s. And it was rare to see on television at that time. So I think Hal, who was like charming and congenial and like he was fit, like that probably planted some seeds for me working in television in Canada versus I want to be the next Will Smith because I have 1/10,000th of his talent.
We're going to share with you a quote from Black culture.
Okay.
And then you let us know how it resonates with you. So the quote is, "It's one thing you can control. You are responsible for the way people remember you, or don't. So don't take it lightly."
I've never heard that quote from Kobe Bryant. It doesn't surprise me that he would say something so enlightening. I heard a variation of that quote from Steve Harvey, who says, "Your reputation walks into a room before you do." And like, it's so poignant. Kobe Bryant is responsible in many ways for the growth of my career. He decided to trust me, of all people, to show another side of himself. Kobe didn't laugh. He was ferocious. He was tenacious. He was an alpha in the game of basketball. And then off the court in our interviews, I got him to laugh. I got him to crack jokes. It allowed the audience to experience him a different way. And I'll forever be grateful to Bean. I owe so much of my identity and my success to Will Smith, to Kobe Bryant, to Martin Lawrence, to Denzel, to Al Shearer, who was a host on BET. He did a segment called Hits from the Street. And I started doing a streeter segment called Cabbie on the Street. Our styles were different, but we were out there interviewing random people, and his fearlessness inspired me. So I would thank those gentlemen for, in large part, informing and inspiring me in my career. Well, creating pipelines in the boardrooms where the decision makers and the stakeholders are, because in every room, diversity is a superpower. And you don't want any blind spots in your organization. When you have some people from all over the place, it helps to cover your bases a little bit more. So not just front-facing people like myself, say, the C-suite, where the chief marketing officer, the chief technical officer, the chief executive officer, the chief information officer, that C-suite, it would be awesome to see more people, like more of the Toronto mosaic, not specifically to Toronto, but more that Toronto mosaic in those boardrooms. Excellence, be excellent. We're standing on the shoulders of giants, and people who lived 60 years ago or 80 years ago probably couldn't imagine that there'd be people like me speaking about sports or conducting interviews or producing in edit suites or coordinating shoots or writing television shows or executive producing portfolios. So excellence, I think, is a pursuit that we should all aim for and strive for. And that's how I can pay homage. Like, we earned everything that we got. Like, we weren't, nepotism for many of us doesn't exist. We don't have parents who are these executives that could just pull us into these organizations. We got to earn what we have. So I don't take that lightly. Even though I don't take myself seriously, I take the job and what my small contribution to the culture, I take that seriously. My name is Cabbie Richards. I'm the executive producer of betting content and strategy at Sportsnet.